So first of all, let's just say I can't draw a circle for shit, but I found a protractor. Okay, so here's the good and mostly probably bad news. So I was told last night that the port should be, if it's going to be 43 inches across, about at least 4 inches high. Now, that's all fine. That's no worries doing it that big. Now, the box being the size it is, at 9.6 cubic feet without the port. So then we go and we add a 4-inch port like that. Now, to tune that to 30 hertz at that size, I need a 40-inch port, right? 40 inches. Well, that from the front of here going into here is about 10, and coming down here, we've probably gone down there about 18. So that's only 28, and I'm supposed to have 40. Okay, 40 inches of port. So it's not doable in the box at all. So yeah, I could not do that. So I can't see a way around that except for making the port smaller again. If you can come up with some idea, and to fit a 4-inch port in that way, like that deep, because I can't have the box any taller, that's how I'd have to put the subs. Okay, which is no problem putting them that way. That's how far they stick in, 16 centimeters. Okay, so there will be about pretty much 6 inches behind them. Okay, if the port was coming down there, so that's okay there again. I don't know why I drew that one up there, but anyway, and then that there symbolises the MDF on the front, and that there's the MDF on the back, the thickness. So that's 41, and then that's the internal in there. So obviously they're mounted on here though, so as far as they stick through. So that's one design which is pretty much can't be worked. I'd have to make this port maybe like 3.5 inches high. Okay, and I'd have to make it like that wide, which again isn't big enough. So this is still again 2 separate chambers. Okay, and now this would be with a 27-inch port on this side and 3 inches across, and it's still going to have to stick in 42 inches to be tuned to that frequency. So once again, we're going on the port calculator. I'm putting in 3 inches wide, 27 high, 9.5 cubes if I was doing that, so 4.8. Okay, 4.8 cubes, and then I put tuning hertz frequency 30, and it's coming out 43 inches. Now the most I can do is 12 and 15 that way. And yeah, I did this wrong before. It was 12. It's not 10, and that was 20. So that's 32, and I need 40. Over 40, and then here we need again 43 or whatever, and it's 27. So neither that, and that's obviously where the subs would be, and then that's the same on that side. That's in relation to the subs. Again, there can't do that. I'm not going to have it go in, wrap around. It's just taking up too much port space. That's 4.8 cubes without the port. You put that port in there, it's probably only like 3.8 cubes for the two. It's like less than 2 cubes per sub. It's probably about 2 cubes per sub is what would be left. Now here we have design number 3, which is the only one that is kind of possible, as far as I can see. Unless someone can come up with something else for me, which would be great. So we have the box. There's a port. Now it's 27 inches, just like on this one, except we've gone about 5.5, anywhere from 5.5 to 6 inches. Okay. Deep that way. Then we have the 4 subs, and we have the chamber going that way, okay, through the middle, because I just need that for bracing. Otherwise it's too much, it's too big to, so if I use that for bracing, separate chambers, top and bottom. Okay, now in that circumstance I need the port to be about 30, I think it was 35 inches, 36 inches. Now that's doable, because I can come in 10, and then I can go this way about 25, and that brings me to about there. Okay. Yeah, so, but that is doable. I could probably put the subs closer together. Okay, so then that would mean that there's the same amount of behind each sub, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that is doable, that one, out of everything I've showed you. Yeah, so yeah, but the only problem with that one is behind the subs, because this one is now not 4 inches, it's 5. It'd be a little bit closer, but still, compared to the others that are pretty much impossible, that could work. So the port's on this side. Now I had a video made for me by someone a few months ago, and he pretty much made exactly that. Okay.
27.5 inch height. and it goes 17 foot in. 17 inches in.
Okay, and I mean obviously it's different, as you can see his was only going to there, but the idea, you know what I mean? And I'd given him different dimensions to this, so it's not anything like that, but it's the idea. He made that video for me too. I'll just tell you who he is. He is Bev097. Anyway, so that's good. But that could work, okay? And yeah, so that's how the subs are. I could bring them closer together, you know what I mean, in the middle, so there's a, you know what I mean, but it's still room here for the air. And I'll show you what I was going to do with that PVC, what I meant, people. I wasn't going to use it as the port. I mean, see here, I'll just, here for example, here's the port, right? Just in this corner, I have the pipe, and not the whole pipe, you know what I mean, that's the pipe. I cut out that much of the pipe, do you know what I mean? And I put it in the corner, so it makes a perfect smooth turn for the air to come out of. Same as down the bottom. But you know what I mean? That's what I meant by the PVC, not a PVC port. You know what I mean? Anyway, so there's the 3 designs. Really, the other 2 are pretty much impossible. And that seems to be the only one that would work. And that's going again about 9.6 cubes. Okay, 0.6, and then probably taking off a good cube, 1.2, 1.5 to 1.5 cubes. So bringing it down to about 8 total, 8 cubes. So 2 per sub, which, you know, the only good thing I can see from that is, if in the future I was to get a better car, as in like a wagon or something, better for base, I could get more out of the subs with the same power and same amp, because I could do a bigger box and do it more how I'd like to do it. Obviously, if I could fit a bigger box in there, I'd do it bigger, and then, you know, work things out more. But that's about it. So at the moment, that seems to be the only thing that's really possible. Obviously, if anyone else can come up with a design and send me it, or just tell me the dimensions, rough, whatever. Yeah, but that seems like that would work. And just wanted to tell you, when I was driving around today with my dual batteries, running just with the amp, I didn't have that DD in there yet. That didn't have that earthquake in the back yet. Running around with just the 200 watts, it's sitting at 14.2 volts. The 2 batteries, when they were joined together, running off that alternator, 14.2, that's pretty bloody high. So, I mean, when the bass hit with the 6x9s, it didn't change at all. I mean, obviously it's going to drop hugely, but I'm just saying that 14.2 ain't too bad a starting point. You know, I might drop down to 13.2, 13s, you know, low 13s, that's fine still. I mean, nothing dangerous there of the car running. And with the car off, I'm sitting at about 12.7. And it drops to 12.5 with that earthquake. And so, yeah, with the car off, it's really not an option. Anyway, yeah.